Excited for a new video. I'm going to be doing a review of the brand new released Shin Lim Evolution Magic from Murphy's Magic. So let's start with the unboxing. All right, I've got here the brand new box. Have not opened it yet. Very nice slide out. Cool Shin Lim logo, as you can see. States here ages 8 and above. So we'll take a look and see how accurate that is. Take a look here. And we've got nice instruction manual. Looks like this has 100 different tricks, about 35 or so pages. There's also online instructions available to go with that, so that'll be great. I'll be looking through, doing some of these tricks for you guys. All right, in this box, what do we have here? We have a card case of some sort, likely gimmicked. We have some sort of $50 play money folded up. We've got what's labeled deluxe playing cards here. Let's take a look. They feel slightly smaller than normal. Let me compare it. Yeah, they must be bridge size. Not that I know what bridge size is. So we'll take a look at these. These are, oh, it looks like we've got some force cards. All right, so various options there for doing some magic. What else do we have in here? Let's start. We've got a mint box. I know there's some tricks in the previews from that. We've got what they label as an anti-gravity device. Take a look at that in a bit. A question mark envelope here with some cards in it. That'll be cool. It's labeled Magic Thread. Possibly for some levitation type devices. Let's see if you can see that. My guess is something similar to some loops, but we will see. And put that back. We've got, oh, new Shin Lim currency. I hear it's very valuable, likely more than Bitcoin. So we've got a number of these. Over here we've got another card case, 9 of hearts, and false back. We've got the traditional handkerchief. Let's take a look here. We've got another gimmicked box of some sort. And we've got up top here, I believe, a number of different cards. Let's take a look. Yep, different cards for different effects. So I'll look to perform some of those. Very nice. What do we have in here? Oh, some shapes. That'll be cool. That's great for the kids. This is awesome. Really excited to see, is this, how introductory is this? What age levels is this appropriate for? But really excited with it being Shin, what he may offer here versus a traditional magic kit. And so here we've got some different buildings, Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty, etc. So those will be fun. And let's take a look what else. We've got something labeled the Vanisher here. So we'll take a look at that. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure what that is. So look forward to maybe doing a trick or two with that. And what else do we have? One more. We got some thumb tips and fingertips, etc. So obviously we will be using those. So that's what it looks like is here in the box. Looking forward to diving in. I'd like to take a look at how what's in these instructions, what all we can do, and then I will complete my my full review coming right up. Everyone, had a chance to review and go through everything in this, and first I want to say very excited, very impressed. Let me kind of break it down for you, and we'll talk about the pros, cons, and different things. So we've got the manual. There's about 100 different tricks in here. To be honest, I skimmed it. I didn't go through too much, partly because I just think I learn a little better through video. I think some of these may be a little challenging for new magicians to read through, but I think over time people will definitely get these. But the online instruction was great. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, about 20 different areas of focus, and I want to highlight some of those. So first off is some card tricks. Most of those are done starting off with this. For the magicians out there, it's a Svengali deck. I mentioned in the unboxing they did seem a little small. Pretty sure they're bridge size. I don't have any bridge size cards. I got thinking about it, and I think it's actually a good idea because it's aimed at some of the younger people. So there's some smaller hands in there, a little easier handling for them. And if anyone wants to get extras, they could definitely get a bridge style, although obviously not with this back. I would say one downside to this kit is using these unique cards with unique backs and sizes. There isn't a full regular deck, which would have been a nice addition for people to be able to add in some of their own tricks as they learn more. But it is what it is. So there are some basic tricks around how to use a Svengali. I think that Shin uses a few terms that non-magicians may not be familiar with. Exactly what a force, Svengali, what a force is, what patter is, some of the basics. One really nice thing that I found here: very limited sleight of hand needed for any of this. There's a little bit with the coins we'll talk about, but he teaches those things like the French drop. So some cool things with the deck of cards. With that, you've got this case, and he does both some card tricks and paper tricks here with some vanishes and appearances, which are quite nice, very easy to use, and nice ways to do that. He does do the teaching of this with his wife, who is not a magician. So very nice to see. Hadn't met her before in his videos, and his dog does make an appearance as well. So he goes through that, and then there's also some tricks with this card box here that you saw, and kind of vanishing and such with that. So very cool. All total, it was probably about 5 different tricks based on the deck of cards and some of these props. From there, he went into the mint box, and I will have an example of that so you can see that in action. Pretty basic for those who know it, but very functional and nice, easy trick to execute. So we'll watch a demo of that here.
So today I have a mint box, and you can see there's nothing in it, and I have a quarter. So I'm going to take the quarter, and if I rub it, you can see it. It just turns into dust. So, and then if I rub it back together and hit it, then there's a quarter in here, and just watch.
All right, so after that, there was a handkerchief disappearance. We've got basic small little handkerchief here, right? And we're just going to stuff that into my fist here, and then you can see just like that, it disappears and it's gone. And then if I go into my hat, I can pull it out. Amazing. Beyond that, after the handkerchief and some basics disappearing, that there is a great section on levitation. Levitating, let's see, some paper, rings, different things you can do there. I'm not set up to do that yet. Want to get this video out, but that was great. And then there is a quite nice trick with learning some what we call equivoque or a magician's choice to get to queens. And as you can see here, I've got the Queen of Spades, and it just so happens that the Queen of Spades is the only black card. Different ways to do that. Very nice trick. Very easy for kids to do of pretty much any ages, and fun for them to learn some of the discussions and patter that goes into some of these basic tricks that we know. Uh, After that, he moved into some 4 different packet tricks, which were quite fun. There's one called the Devious Ace, which is a play on a Monty, 3-card Monty. Quite fun. There's a Royal Flush, where you've got 5 different cards, turn them into, I believe it was a 5 diamonds. A very fun one with some emojis. So let's take a look. This is really, really great for the kids. And I will have one of my kids do an example of that right here.
I have 3 emojis: a dog, a panda, and a butterfly. Which one do you choose?
Which one do I choose? I'll go with the dog.
Okay. It's funny because I knew you would choose the dog. See?
Oh, how'd you do that?
The final packet trick called Final Destination. It's the one I showed you with the different landmarks across the world, and they choose one of those, and the back of that one happens to be different than the backs of the others. So he talks about that and some of the techniques to execute on that. So really fun packet tricks. Again, they're all the same size, easier for smaller hands, and very, very nice instruction on these. So very excited about those. After the packet tricks, couple tricks with money. One of them I can't wait to do. Automatic folding bill. You have a bill in your hand, and it automatically folds. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. And then the other one is changing a bunch of blank paper into bills. Again, that's based on these fake Shin Lim ones. And a bit of a gaff there, which I think could be really simple to take into other, into real money. One of the great things about this, Shin definitely talks about technique and gives you ideas that you can take any regular decks or gaff decks, as we know, and go execute and expand on these. So this is a great starter kit to get down the basics, to really start understanding magic and how it works. And then the most important thing, in my opinion, is how you then execute on that and make them your own. And the basics you learned through using these props will be able to get you there. All right, so after the money tricks, there is a vanishing device, which is quite cool, and something in your hand disappears just like that. Very neat. And then there is what's called an anti-gravity, where you take a bottle and you're able to turn it upside down with liquid in it without spilling it on top of a spectator's hand, which is very, very cool and fun, especially bar type of trick, etc. So those are what we got in terms of the video. He wraps it up with an ambitious card routine. For those who don't know, that's basically when a card is selected and the card keeps appearing in different places. It's kind of a culmination of different things from those first few effects he talks about with the deck and some of the other devices, all put together in a great routine. Very impressive, and definitely a few additional tips and tricks in there from just what he covers earlier. And then he goes into a coin routine that's a combination of a coin vanishing and appearing, and then finalizing with the mint box. The coin routine's probably the biggest in terms of sleight of hand, with some French drops and similar for those magicians, but overall it's great. So let's talk about what I liked and didn't like about this. I'll start with the cons. I mentioned not a full deck. That would have been a great probably cheap edition, even if it was just a single full deck. So someone who could learn some basic forces beyond just what was needed with a Svengali deck could incorporate the same cards. But yeah, I get it. What else do I have there? Oh, and then combined with that, if it was standard bikes or something where we could easily jump to a purchase, I'd say even just having a regular deck with this backing that one could purchase that was this bridge size would be a nice add-on. And then I mentioned the terminology in the videos. Shin definitely at times speaks a little bit like a magician, so understanding, it's not that difficult, but there's a few things that people brand new to Magic may not fully understand, but understandable while he does that. Let's talk about the pros, though. Great video teaching. He has his wife there who's not a magician for probably about half to 2/3 of it. And I think that the teaching is very solid and really gives you a nice understanding of how to do these effects. As I've mentioned, very limited sleight of hand, which is great for those new to Magic, and especially kids, smaller hands getting to know the basics first. I think is very good. Age appropriate. It says ages 8 up. I would guess someone who's 8's probably doing about half of what he covers in the videos out of the gate, but a lot for them to grow into super fast, from dribbling cards to disappearing the handkerchief. The mint trick, definitely any kids can do. The different boxes, great for them to be able to do. But I don't think it's just for kids. Frankly, I will be using some of this in my everyday Magic, especially online, but even a few of these things in person. Mint box like this, which I'd been meaning to pick up, can do that anywhere, have it ready to go, and I've always got a trick to go with, as well as a few of the others. So no question, this can scale to anyone, even some seasoned magicians. The products are definitely quality. Those of us who have seen other Magic kits before, a lot of times are cut corners. I think this is right in line. Frankly, when I saw that Shin Lim was putting this out, I thought it was going to be much more expensive. And for I believe $45, I think it's frankly a great buy. And overall, everything's pretty well made. And one other thing, the magicians will know what I'm talking about here. Everything, at least in the videos, I haven't gone through all the book, everything is ready to go. There's no arts and crafts. There's no buying of extras. The only thing you need is some coins to do some coin routines and maybe a few pieces of tape. I believe everything else is set and ready to go. Almost no additional prep, which is very good. You're not going to have to go out and search and buy a bunch off Amazon to be able to execute on these. Finally, he wraps up the video tutorial with a conclusion that I think it would have been good if he let off on, about how to make Magic your own, how to move Magic beyond just what the props are, that the props aren't the Magic, it's how you present it. I think these are things that are very important, especially for new people, beginner magicians. But being confident in how you do things first is, in my opinion, one way to get there. So the simplicity of this, the confidence people will have, will allow them to focus and think less about the execution of the trick and more on how they present it. So that's great. Overall, very excited with the buy. Anyone who's from 8 years old to teenager, interested in Magic, definitely a must buy for an introductory. And like I said, there's still things that, if you're buying it for a kid or a grandkid and you're into Magic, you will probably want to be doing some of this stuff, and you're definitely going to take away many things anytime you get to hear Shin Lim talk for over 2 hours. So very excited about this. Let me know in the comments if you're going out, if you're purchasing it, and what your thoughts are. So thank you. Hope you guys like it. Let me know if you're interested in review type videos in the future. And as things become available, I will go ahead and do that. I did want to make sure everyone knew this was not a paid promotional. I purchase this out of my own money because of my admiration for Shin and having a few young kids. So no promotional and no referrals of any sorts. But I will have a link to this if you're interested in purchasing it from Vanishing Inc. I will not receive anything from that. So hope everyone has a great one. Bye.